The Office of the Attorney General serves as the chief legal advisor to government, and its budget reflects the continued commitment to strengthen the rule of law, deliver timely, high-quality legal services to government and the people of Fiji. Over the past 3 years, the office has seen consistent, purposeful growth in its allocation, underpinned by expanding responsibilities and increasing demand for legal services across government. For the Attorney General, the main exercise, as everybody is aware, is our constitution. I think having gone through the discussion with the Minister of Finance, realizing the importance of that exercise, 1 million has been agreed as part of the budget to continue its phase until after referendum. Yeah. We are aware that the team, the CRC team, will they complete their terms of reference. They completed on the 31st of August, the 1st of September, as articulated by the chairman. They present the report to the Prime Minister. So the Constitution, then after a referendum is required, after going through the parliamentary process to ratify that, and of course election. So we have 1 million allocated for that, and we are quite grateful to the Minister of Finance for that provision. On top of that, there is also legal advisory services to the entire government services. For all ministries, they seek out views whether they can or cannot do certain things. A cabinet paper where they say legal implications, they will write to our office. And we've seen the growth in the scope of the services, and also in terms of what we have done this year. We have increased the manpower in terms of senior legal officers. So at the moment we have 3. We used to have a Solicitor General and a Deputy Solicitor General, and then 2 state solicitors. Now we have like Deputy Solicitor General, then there is a Deputy State Solicitor, and then State Solicitors. For State Solicitors, we have actually 3 or 4. We have realized the importance of having more senior officers than junior officers. The demand, because of the growth of the services by government, it has accelerated over the years. That to me, including opinions, attending trips abroad, going with other ministries, and including the litigation in court. So it's a very busy office for the Attorney General. And for the Ministry of Justice, we have the key project would be our digitization of the Register of Titles. We have completed the phase 1. For your information, that there have been 2 unsuccessful digitization projects undertaken by the previous government. So with the World Bank, they did a study, and now we have signed the first agreement for the first phase. Hoping comes September, we'll proceed with the second phase. The Register of Titles is a key part in terms of ease of business in Fiji. It's the end product of settlement of businesses. So it needs to be digitalized. So most of the investments in Fiji, there are key industries that relate to investments in speeding up. One of the things we discussed in the Cabinet Subcommittee on Budget is these key ministries, namely immigration, Register of Titles. Because if we can fast track the processing, we would have added millions and even billions in terms of investment. So these are ongoing. This is something that was identified early in 2023, and we have Mr. Richard Naidu, who sits in one of these committees that actually look into improving services of government. So that's really a key part for the Ministry of Justice. The Ministry also committed to strengthen the Justice of Peace program. We've increased Justice of Peace, maritime, rural base. Why? Because it's the people giving access justice to the people. No need for them from the island to come to Suva for their documents to be signed. Because once those documents are signed, they can just send it through scan, and those applications are processes. Ministry of Education, Social Welfare. This is some of the services that the people need. JP, and we have started off by actually paying as an incentive a small fee of $100 allows to JP per month. And most of this will basically going into what they buy for the services they provide to the members of the public. An important project too for the ministry is the operationalize of the Child Justice Act, the Child Care Protection Act, Sexual Offenders, and of course the new Criminal Records Act. So the Ministry of Justice now becomes the center point in which these three legislations are going to be operationalized. Most of these legislation were actually enacted some years back, but they have been left at that. No further work taken. So now we're going to make sure that they actually operationalized by the respective ministries. And some of these, it cuts across 2 or 3 ministries. So it's very important because people, to get justice, you need these laws that have been enacted by Parliament, so it is commenced. And this is some of the challenges that we face, any government will face. We've been realistic, every other government ministry, because of the difficulties that we face. We are satisfied that the funds that will be provided will meet the key deliverables for the ministry. That goes for the Ministry of Justice and also for the Attorney General's chambers. I'm extremely happy with the funding of about 1 million because that covers the national exercise in terms of constitution, referendum, and election. For the Ministry of Justice, we may not get what all we want. We had asked, but they have given provision so that we can start off that exercise. Hopefully, the next year is a good year, then we can continue. And it's important too that whatever is given to you must utilize it well for the taxpayers. And the officers have been reminded, the importance of being prudent, efficient, and to maximize the resource that is being given to us. I want to assure to you that you put your trust in the government. We are committed to the rule of law. We have said that we'll comply with the Constitution. Trust the legal process. It may be long, but we have to trust. And also be mindful of the disinformation, misinformation that is going on. And now there is a lot of discussion in terms of changes to the laws for the social media, and I think the time is right. But no, you trust the government. I think we came in to change the process, change the image of the government, and we have demarcated the clear line of separation between the 3 agencies of the judiciary, the executive, and the legislature. And of course, build trust within the community. And that's the most important part. I would say it's probably the legacy of this government. It's the confidence, the trust in the community, in how we manage things. We've given freedom to the people. I think that's probably the best gift ever, best gift given to the people to criticize the government. But I think it's very important to know that we need to be realistic. And whatever we say is based on facts rather than hearsay. And though there are avenues where you can verify whatever that you may want to comment, rather than just put out your opinions out in the media. You are more than free to contact the Ministry of Justice or Attorney General's chambers for that matter, if you want to verify certain information that concerns the nation. But I think this government is committed to continue to assist ordinary Fijians, and we're happy with the performance. And we ask the people of Fiji, give us the opportunity to continue for another term.